What's going on YouTube? My name is Batman, and today I'm excited to announce that I will be presenting the prestigious B-Dog Slub on My Knob Award to the finals. Basically, this award recognizes games that have shown a commitment to excellence in getting me to crack out on it for an entire weekend while neglecting other areas of my life. Basically, guys, there are some games that are fun because you can relax and kind of think your thoughts while you play, and this isn't one of those. This is the kind of game you play because you just gotta fucking bury your head in something so you don't have to think about your problems or the crushing weight of existence in general. So you need something fast-paced that consumes all your attention so you don't even have 1% brain power left to dwell on the void. This game is competitive. For the first time since Overwatch, I found myself debating whether or not to ditch my homies because they were holding me back with their gross incompetence. And I gotta get that climb, yo. Which is dark, obviously, but we love to see the passion. We love to see the intensity. This game gives you that hunger. It's free to play, they're making money off the skins, and I've always thought paid skins were hollow bullshit because I want my customization to be a reflection of my in-game accomplishment, not my real-life credit card skills. But it's 2025 and I don't give a fuck anymore. I've come to accept the capitalist framework will never have an ideal funding mechanism to offer for gaming. There will always be a downside, whether it's less players or less content or less fairness. So it's just about what's the least bad option, and this is basically it. I mean, I dropped $60 on Battlefield 6 to play it for like 3 days. I'll probably never touch it again. And then, like an asshole, I'll probably spend another $60 on COD and play it for a week and never touch that again either, just like the last COD. Meanwhile, I continue to pour hours upon hours a day into this free game, and they finally psychologically molested me into buying their fucking skins. I dropped $20 just because I wanted to look kind of cool like my friends, and I was tired of looking like a generic bleed. And then I decided the outfit wasn't complete without an emote, so of course I spent another 20 bucks on the emote so I can spin a bamboo stick around like I'm Neo. And I thought for sure I'd regret the purchase, like that one time I spent $100 on Rocket League skins only to realize I preferred the default card, but I've actually been pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoy looking at my awesome fucking character in this game. I mean, I'll throw it on screen now. Bask in the ambiance, people. Look at this charming paragon of masculine virtue. Deadly, but friendly. He's got a sailor hat. It's safe to say I'm in the top 5% of most badass looking characters across the player base. Basically, it's me and the shark skins at the top. Everybody else needs some work. I mean, look at my buddy Mark. He's a crash test dummy. What an idiot. What an absolute dunce. What an ignorant slut. If his character could talk, it'd be begging us to put it out of its misery. Look, in general, if anyone wants fashion tips for how to look more awesome in video games, go ahead and DM me. Lately, more and more people are recognizing me as, like, sort of a trailblazer of fashion and culture. Anyways, the best way to think of the finals is essentially as the first-person shooter taken to its logical extreme. It is the grand finale of FPS as a skill. All of the gunfighting talent you have built over decades of shooting enemies across 15 different game franchises, your aiming, strafing, tracking, positioning, and split-second decision-making will all be tested and measured to the most accurate degree in this game. In any shooter, a certain percentage of your kills aren't going to be about gun skill per se, so much as who saw who first. Now, of course, positioning and seeing enemies before they see you is an important skill too, and it's involved in every fight in any shooter. But it's a question of how often do kills require only success at hide and seek, versus how often do you also have to rely on your gunfighting abilities. In your typical COD, for example, there are plenty of kills you get where you saw the guy, deleted him instantly, aiming center mass, and it's the kind of kill where it didn't matter which one of the 12 SMG options or 15 AR options or 7 LMG options you had equipped or what attachments you had. It was a hide and seek kill. You saw the guy and that's the end of it. Now, the total percentage of kills falling into this category is what, in my view, determines a game's skill gap. A lower time to kill and simpler maps means a higher percentage of hide and seek kills, which means players having to rely a lot less on gun skill. Sometimes to the point where a game is literally just a fancy round of hide and seek. I felt that way about Infinite Warfare and some other COD entries where 90% or more of the kills were just based randomly on who saw who first. For that reason, I've always thought COD as an esport was kind of silly. It's like watching professional tag on ESPN 8 or something. And the reason maps like Newtown are always so popular is because they just give you a bunch of these kinds of kills for free really fast. But longer times to kill and more map complexity will mean less hide and seek killing, which means gun skill matters more, as does weapon and class customization. But even past FPS titles that I consider to have a high skill gap, like Battlefield or Rainbow Six Siege, I would say at least 30% of the kills were still hide and seek style, where gun skill didn't play a significant factor in the outcome. But in the finals, 100% of the kills are pure shooter skill. You have to fight tooth and nail for every kill, utilizing your gunfighting skills distilled to their purest form. Aiming, headshots, reaction times, weapon recoil, everything matters, everything is rewarded. There's an exciting repertoire of mobility and destruction abilities that add creativity and immense depth to every fight. This is combined with a fully destructible environment, which is truly the best destruction I've seen in gaming, unsurprising as this game was brought to us by former Battlefield devs. There is still, of course, hide and seek going on. There's an invisibility ability, there's juking, good old-fashioned corner camping, but even when you catch a guy unawares, they'll have the opportunity to react, to fight back or try to escape. You have to really wrestle every kill into submission like a wild fucking animal screeching at you as it dies. Every gun battle in this game is its own intimate clusterfuck. You can't have a plan or a formula because you never really know what's going to happen next. This isn't something you can control. This game isn't a part of your system. Will a zombie rock star sneak through the vents and blast my dick to smithereens with a sawed-off shotgun? Will a fucking gorilla snipe me from across the street right before getting his ass beat to death by a shark wielding a baseball bat? Will everything around me start exploding randomly while the whole building comes down and I'm in a mid-air shootout and then we're stuck in the rubble just spraying at each other through the tiny gaps in the debris, and it's chaos and it's colors and its beauty and its energy, and I'm laughing and I'm crying and I'm screaming and I'm dying? Basically, you got 4 teams, 2 mobile objectives that have to be brought into a capture point, then you hold the capture points. Pretty standard stuff. There's a lot of big moments in this game, big kills, big steals, moments of incredible relief when you just barely get the cash out or barely survive a key fight. It gets the adrenaline pumping, it gets the people going. But playing this game definitely can leave you like pretty tired and stressed out, especially when you're losing. I find myself communicating a lot on this game. It very naturally fosters those comms and you end up making a lot of friends. I noticed when me and Mark went over to Battlefield 6 after this game, suddenly it was just like dead quiet in the chat unless we were in the chopper together, because the game just doesn't animate you as naturally or require as much comms. In finals, you're just constantly shouting at each other, yo, over here, he's weak, I'm going in, man, help me, man. They're on me, he's gonna blow roof, DMAT here, defib me, bro. And it's funny because like back on Overwatch, and I'm talking classic Overwatch, we don't talk about Overwatch 2, it's an abomination that should be taken out back and put down like Old Yeller, but back on classic Overwatch, comms were so toxic, literally ended up with a lifetime ban on my first account, and by Season 6, literally everyone was on a new account because of bans. But I tell you, the pugs I meet in finals are really pretty friendly, and me and Mark were tripping on it, but eventually what we realized is we're playing with a bunch of Gen Z pups. And ultimately, we concluded that in terms of online gaming etiquette, Gen Z seems way less sociopathic and insane than our generation. I mean, there's definitely still some bad apples, but these Gen Z guys are generally pretty friendly, pretty conversational. They don't start calling me the N-word just because we lost first point. Maybe it's because millennials were ground zero for social media. We were the guinea pigs. Some of us made it through, some of us are lost forever. By the time Gen Z was on the scene, they'd worked out all the kinks. Do I have any data to support all of this? No. But anyways, we ended up adding like 15 people to our friend list playing this game. But maybe we just got lucky. So I'd say it's a very social game. It's a vibe, basically. It's great vibes all around. I love the aesthetic in this game. It's sort of this crazy blend of Outrun and Vaporwave, but it's like modernized. It's Neo Outrun and Neo Vaporwave. Notice the retro colors that belong on shag carpets in an Austin Powers movie. Notice the bulky 90s PCs. Notice the Neon Tron decals running through it all. Notice Dr. Disrespect chasing every light class through the vents. It's a great soundtrack. I enjoy just hanging out at the main menu screen sometimes, getting high and vibing to the OST, though it must be said as a UI, the main menu is pretty awful. They have like 32 buttons on the main menu and 31 of them all lead to the store. A couple final things before I go, guys. First of all you light players can kiss my fucking ass. You are not as cool as you think you are. Heavies for life. You're lucky they don't give me points for how many bullets I absorb with my body. Also, if you play this game, guys, turn the announcers off. They do not shut the fuck up. They have nothing worthwhile to say. It's supposed to be ironic, dad joke, corny, funny, but it's such bad banter that it is unironically cringe. Okay? The game has an incredible soundtrack. I don't know why those songs aren't playing in the background during the match. It would add a lot more than Tweedledee and Tweedledumfuck ever did. Ultimately, guys, this is a very 2025 game. It's a vibe, it's high energy, it's beautiful nihilism, just pure memes in every direction, no logical through line to anything, which I think perfectly captures the moment we're living through in terms of the news and love. Be sure to like and subscribe. This is Batman, signing out.
There you go. Oh, you win.